I've helped thousands of millionaires plan their estates, and I've seen one thing they all have in common. They don't just protect their money, they protect their privacy. Because in the world of wealth, privacy is the final luxury. Because when most people die, their entire life becomes public record. What they owned, who inherited it, and even how much it was worth. But the rich, their plans stay invisible. No probate filings, no court drama, no news headlines. And today, I'm going to show you exactly how they keep everything private, even after they're gone. Let's start with something most people don't realize. If you have a will, and only a will, your family is headed straight to probate court. And once that happens, your entire estate becomes public record. Anyone can see what you owned, who you left it to, and sometimes even what it was worth. That means creditors can come after it. Distant relatives can contest it, and in some cases, newspapers can publish it. I've seen ordinary families have their financial lives exposed, and in a few high-profile cases, even celebrities' wills become tabloid stories. Privacy is power, and probate destroys it. Most people remember the headlines when celebrity wills go public. Prince, Aretha Franklin, even Elvis. Their private lives become courtroom records overnight. But here's what most people don't know. Burt Reynolds did the exact opposite. When he passed away, everyone expected chaos. After all, he'd been married, divorced, had a son from a later relationship, but there was no court filings, no messy probate drama. Why? Because Burt Reynolds used a trust-based estate plan. He left a will, but that will simply said that his assets were already placed in a private trust. That one move kept everything confidential. No one outside the family ever saw what he owned, who inherited it, or how it was divided. That's how the wealthy protect their legacy, not through secrecy, but through structure. Years ago, I was working on 2 estate cases at the same time. One family had everything in a simple will. The other had a living trust, LLCs, and private documents drafted years earlier. When the first family's matriarch passed, her estate took 2.5 years to settle in probate. There were court filings, hearings, and family tension, all out in the open. The other family, the transition happened within days. No court, no filings, no arguments. The only people who knew the details were the ones sitting around the table. That's when I realized the real difference between peace and chaos isn't money, it's privacy by design. Here's what wealthy families do differently. They don't rely on a single document. They build an entire privacy system around their wealth. 1, the living trust. This is the cornerstone. Properly funded trust keeps everything out of probate and off public record. That means no judge, no delays, no exposure. A trust transfers ownership privately, instantly, and legally. Your successor steps in, and the world doesn't even know a transition occurred. 2, LLCs and holding companies. The rich rarely own assets in their own personal names. Their homes, investment properties, and businesses are held by LLCs or family limited partnerships. Each entity adds a layer of privacy and protection. If someone searches public databases, they won't find your name, just a company name. Think of it as a shield. Not hiding, it's structuring. 3, private trust companies. Some ultra-wealthy families go a step further. They form private trust companies to manage their own trusts. That way, all decisions, investments, distributions, charitable giving, happen inside the family circle. No outside institution ever sees their financial picture. 4, nominee and manager structures. In many cases, a trustee or attorney serves as the public face of an asset, while the family retains full control behind the scenes. So even if someone looks up the property, the ownership trail stops at a name that reveals nothing. 5, digital privacy planning. This one's new, but it's becoming essential. The rich now include encrypted vaults for passwords, logins, and online assets. It ensures digital privacy continues even after death. Think of a living trust like a vault inside your estate. When you're gone, your heirs don't have to line up at a courthouse window to unlock it. They already have the key. Everything transfers quietly, privately, and immediately, just like opening a vault that's already been designed to protect what matters most. Meanwhile, everyone else is stuck outside, waiting for court dates, filing forms, and watching their family story become public record. That's the difference between building a vault and leaving the door open. So why do the rich care so much about privacy? Because privacy protects more than assets. It protects relationships. When your family's finances are exposed, so are emotions. Jealousy, resentment, and even outside influence starts to creep in. But when everything is private, there's no scoreboard. No who got more, no why did they get the house. And from a legal standpoint, privacy prevents lawsuits. People can't sue what they can't see. Financial predators, they can't target heirs they can't identify. Probate scavengers who hunt for open estates to profit from. Privacy isn't secrecy, it's safety, it's dignity, it's peace. Here's what most people miss. Privacy isn't permanent. It has to be maintained. Wealthy families revisit their structures every year. They update trustees and managers. They move new assets into the trust. They confirm no assets were left exposed. And they hold quiet family privacy meetings, often just once a year, to review what's changed and what's protected. It's like changing the locks on your house. You don't wait until someone breaks in. You stay ahead of the risk. When families don't think about privacy, here's what usually happens. The will goes public. Strangers know exactly what assets you own. Reporters publish inheritance details. Lawsuits follow within months. I've seen ordinary families lose not because of greed, but because they didn't realize how exposed they were. One family had their beach house listed in public probate records, and before the estate was even settled, someone had already approached the heirs to buy it. The rich never let that happen, because the house wouldn't have been public to begin with. Here's how to start building your own private estate system. First, create a living trust, not just a will. 2, move assets into LLCs or holding companies. 3, keep beneficiaries and distributions private through layered trusts. 4, review your plan annually. And 5, share information intentionally, only with those who need to know. Privacy isn't about paranoia, it's about peace. It's what allows wealthy families to protect their legacy without ever inviting outsiders in. The richest families in America don't leave privacy to chance, they build it and maintain it. And that's why their wealth and their peace last long after they're gone. If you want to make sure your family's future stays private, start today. Download my free estate planning guide. It walks you through the first steps of building a private, court-free estate plan that protects your family for generations. And if this opened your eyes to what the rich really do differently, subscribe for more What the Rich Do secrets. Because your wealth isn't just money, it's your family's story, and that story deserves to stay private.